This video gives an overview of Trim's server mode, which allows simulations to be distributed across any number of modelling computers. This is ideal for any customer with more than a couple of TUFLOW licenses. The basic concept is that a single instance of Trim can manage a large amount of TUFLOW simulations simultaneously across a large number of modelling computers. From here on in, we'll call these computers grunts. This allows full license utilisation with a single queue, regardless of your TUFLOW license configuration. Multiple modelling clusters can also be supported to support different groups within the corporation that wish to manage independent queues. Trim automatically analyses which grunts have the fastest CPUs, which support 64-bit, which support GPU models, and will distribute models in the most efficient manner. Trim will even let you know if an individual grunt goes offline for any reason, such as a hardware failure, network issues, etc. Alright, let's get into some details. To set up modelling computers is as simple as downloading a file. There is no installation required. You can even put this file on a network and simply create a shortcut on each grunt PC to make updating easier in the future. The first time you run the grunt, it will ask you for the IP address or the host name of the main Trim instance. Grunts can also be customised to tailor the number of max simulations they can run, if they can run GPU models, and if they are 64-bit capable. Now let's go back to Trim. Simply enable the Master-Grunt server and you should see all the grunts listed. There will also be a row for the local computer. You can use this form to customise if models should be able to be run locally, if GPU models should be able to be run locally, and how should simulations be distributed amongst the grunts. For example, should we fill the fastest grunts first or share the simulations evenly? Parameters such as GPU support and the maximum number of simulations can be edited either via Trim or from the individual grunt. For demonstration purposes, let's drag in a version of the TUFLOW tutorial model that supports multiple events. We will add all combinations of events and durations to ensure we have plenty of simulations to play with. Don't forget that the total number of simultaneous simulations is still limited by the setting on the Models tab of Trim, and the maximum value of this setting is limited via your Trim license. However, the number of simultaneous simulations will also be limited by the total capacity of all connected grunts plus the local machine, assuming you are running simulations locally too. This can be further complicated by 64-bit and GPU support in your grunts. For example, a 64-bit simulation will not start on a 32-bit grunt, even if there is capacity remaining. Anyway, once you start Trim, you should see the simulations are distributed amongst the grunts. The client field shows which grunt each simulation is running on. If you look on the individual grunt PCs, you should see the TUFLOW windows running. Trim will monitor all simulations as per normal, and most Trim functions will operate normally. This includes all communication and post-processing functions. However, there can be some problems with stopping simulations manually or via autostop on grunts if that computer does not have an active session, such as an open remote desktop window or a keyboard and monitor plugged in and logged in. The best solution here is to have a remote desktop window open and minimised to each grunt on the PC running Trim. There are a couple of things worth pointing out about Trim's Master-Grunt mode. Firstly, all TUFLOW projects should be on a network that is addressable from all modelling computers, as well as the Trim instance. The TUFLOW executable should also be on a network, unless the local file path is identical on all computers. Any drive mapping needs to be consistent between all computers. Finally, you may want to think about your IT setup before diving in. If your file shares depend on your server, then you might find that there is never a good time to restart the server, as there will always be TUFLOW models running. As such, using a secondary network attached storage or NAS may be a good option. As far as experimenting with this feature in your office, the free version of Trim is limited to one simultaneous simulation. While this won't allow you to run multiple simultaneous simulations, it will allow you to configure a grunt, connect it to Trim, and run a single simulation remotely. As such, it should still demonstrate how the Master-Grunt server works. You can always contact us if you want a trial of Trim that supports multiple simultaneous simulations. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation.